kind of you, and they get to see all kinds of exhibits. They see
they do.
fire truck and all kinds of race cars and everything, and the airplanes and all that as they go around, so they love
there's
it.
a new airplane now.
And we have a new airplane, that new Grab airplane is fabulous, fabulous glider plane. We've been really comforted to see that even very, very old disabled people or young disabled people, many people can go on it and they love it so much. And to me, it has seemed like older people like it even more than young kids. Old people love to go on it.
That is a fact.
Have you seen that?
I
Yeah.
have noticed it, and then they have
Old ladies.
different questions too.
Like what?
Like, how does this work? Well, it's electric, 12 volt. It's not steam or
Right, it's not real steam,
we
yeah,
got rid
yeah.
of that.
No.
But it's just fun. Then you're circling little race cars, bicycles with wheels this tall.
That's right.
All kinds of things that questions. How do you get up on that bicycle?
Yeah, that's right. They must ask you all kinds of questions.
You do
Yeah.
get them.
And sometimes once in a great while, I think we let some child or adult sit in the cab with the driver and help and learn how to do it. And
Every now and again,
yeah,
but
yeah.
usually they like to hang with their adult
With the family,
parents.
yeah. And sometimes we've had dogs on there and other animals that come on it, and so it's great fun. And when we got it, the way we got it was, I don't know if I've ever told
I've
you
never
this story.
heard this.
Okay, this man called me, Don Morgan. He was 80 years old. He called me and he said, "I'd like you to buy this train. I built it myself, and it has, I think, 4 cars." And he says, it will come with the track, and it will come with all the railing, and it will cost you $20,000. So I said, "I'd like to see the pictures of it." So he sent me the pictures of it, and I fell in love with it. I said, "I love it. It would be perfect, but I cannot afford it." So he said, "Oh, don't even worry. Don't even think about it. I'll give it to you." So he brought it up here with his family and a whole bunch of people, brought it up here. And then I said to him, "Well, we set it up and everything." I said, "I'd like to do the paperwork on this. I'd like to make the donation form and everything." "Oh, that's okay. We'll do it later." And it's been years and years and years, and nobody ever came back to do any paperwork on it. So they just gave us this beautiful orphan train.
Glory,
that has,
I didn't know.
You didn't know that, yeah. That has helped us so much and provided probably thousands and thousands of rides. Don't you think of people who've come and...
I can't imagine. I mean, just
Yeah.
in the time that I've been here, which is, I think, 2 years-ish, something like that. It's constant with people.
It's constant with people, yeah. They love it. And as you point out, birthday parties or any kind of a party or an event. Yesterday we had 30 people in from Albuquerque Public Schools
Oh.
who were the chief administrators.
Really?
Yeah, and they had a wonderful party. And of course, they rode the train. And when we have field trips with children, I always say, "What's the best thing that we have?" It's the ride on the train. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'll tell you one of the funniest stories.
Tell us.
Of my experiences is I had a group of children, 10-ish, I don't know, I can't age a child anymore.
Sure.
And we've got going across the tracks, there's a board with a green arrow and then a green arrow to take you to the cars for seating.
Uh-huh.
And I tell them to be careful, watch your step, look for trains that might be coming.
Oh, how cute, how cute.
And as we're
Funny.
coming back, I said, "Okay, again, watch your step." And the one girl said, "Well, the arrow's pointing the wrong way."
Oh, how cute.
"Well, you have
How
to
cute.
turn around and go backwards." They did. They all
Cute.
went
So cute.
backwards.
Oh, they love it. They love it. And really, when they come as a field trip, we give them a ride, and then they sneak in. They want another ride and another ride and another.
I don't mind.
And we don't know how many. Yeah.
Listen.
And now, are you a fast driver or a slower driver? Or just perfect.
There was an incident,
Okay. Uh-oh.
and in the day prior to me being here, this one particular, something was taken out of the area.
Okay.
And they put the fence back in a little bit too close. And I
Uh-oh.
didn't pick up on that. So I start very slow.
Yeah, that's
because you
good.
could have infants and,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
not so infants.
Yeah.
So I'm starting around and all of a sudden click, click, click. So I stopped it and that little light was hitting the railing.
Uh-oh.
So I picked up a new name,
No, I agree.
Crash.
Oh, dear. Oh, no,
They
no, no.
the group here nicknamed me Crash for a
Oh,
while.
that's funny.
So now when I arrive, I walk
Good.
to make
Good.
sure
Thank you. Yeah, we
somebody
want to be
has
safe. We
the
want to be
time.
safe. But talking about that, I think that train, you drive it exactly the right speed as it would look like it was going in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of our trains, like the O gauge trains, we have a huge O gauge layout. We're running trains on that all the time. And some of the younger train operators, I think, go a little bit too fast. It doesn't look like, to me, real life. I like
That's
it where it
correct.
looks like it's according to the gauge that it is,
Yeah.
how it would be in real life. And you do that, and you're
I
so
would.
kind to everybody, and it means so much that you're here.
Well-
How did we meet?
Well, I was on a tour that came through the museum.
Oh, okay.
And as we were finishing the tour, somebody approached me
Said we need
and
you
said, "Would you like to be a volunteer here?"
forever and ever and ever.
You mean like take tour groups? Well, there's things. Well, I'm an antique car person.
Mm.
I had a 1917 Model T Ford
Oh,
vegetable
wow.
truck that I built. I had to put
Oh.
it together.
Where is it?
Well,
I
it's
want
gone.
it.
And then I had a 1928 two-door sedan Ford
Mhm.
and a 1930 rumble seat coupe.
Oh, wow.
Now my Model A's were, we call them street rods, but they weren't those loud tire spinning. They were
Mhm.
just late model engines, good on the interstate.
Oh, wow, how fun.
And the Model T, I got all original.
Oh, that's so nice.
And 30 years in the phone company, safety oriented. We had a safety meeting every month.
Really, oh my, for
In
the phone
30
company,
years.
really.
And so safety is big time, and then they
Yeah.
hit that railing. That was devastating. Nothing got really hurt.
Yeah.
The passengers seemed to delight in the fact that they've been in a train wreck and
The
could
big
spread that
excitement.
story
The big
around.
excitement. That's so
You
cute. I
know,
did not know that
I
story.
I don't mind.
Do you belong to any car clubs now?
No,
No.
I went and got old.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You got fun. You're not old. Yeah. But-
So I sold the Model T because I
Oh.
really wasn't using it, and bought an 8-person hot tub. Now,
Don't tell me you're old.
my wife said, "Well, that was a nice move. What are you gonna do with those two?"
Funny. That's
Well, I
true.
gave them to my boys.
Yeah, yeah,
They
nice.
were learning to drive, and
That's nice.
they
Have
left
fun.
them as usual. But it was just fun.
Sure. We
Grew
do
it.
have a Model T in here.
Yeah.
And a Model A.
And I showed some of usually if I have generational proper passengers, I'll ask if they've ever ridden or driven a Model T Ford. No.
No.
Well, it's way different from what you are driving today.
From a Tesla? Yeah.
The gas
yeah.
thing is up here. Those 3 pedals aren't what you're accustomed to. Then I explained
Oh, that's great that you do that.
And the one is the brake. Well, there's no, if you hit the brake pedal, you're stopping the transmission, not the wheels.
I did not know
Most
that.
people don't
I
know
did not
that.
know that.
And then that third pedal, you hit it, you go backwards. It's reverse is the pedal.
Didn't know that.
So you
That's
gotta
interesting.
learn how to use all these pedals.
Pedals.
And the brake is the lever here that operates back brakes only.
Oh.
There's no front brakes on a Model T.
Did not know that. And it's good you tell them. You don't just drive the train. You give them a whole lesson in the
Oh,
car.
listen, I
That's
have
fantastic.
fun, and I just love it.
I just love you. And usually I tease him because he almost, today I have a beautiful shirt on. Usually he wears a shirt in cars and
Oh, yeah.
things, and I was like, can I have that shirt? But he hasn't given me one yet. But his wife came in the other day and said she would
Yeah.
make me an applique, which will be very nice. But yeah, that's so wonderful. You're such a great asset to Wheels
Well,
Museum. I cannot
I
thank you
have
enough.
so much fun doing this.
That's what we're here to have fun and
And-
teach and enjoy each other and yeah.
And I learn.
Yes, I do.
Learn.
I do
Yes.
too. I mean, I learned something right now about the Model T. If you ever want to give a presentation about Model T Fords, I'd love to have you.
If
do
you
that.
wanna do a presentation, I can show a group.
Okay,
Of course, it's kind of
Okay.
restricted on size, but yeah.
well, we have
There's
room
a
for
lot
50
to
or
learn.
60 people here. Yeah, well, you're gonna sign you up right now.
And
Okay, that's
one
great.
of the things you learn, again, with safety is how to grab that handle on the crankshaft.
Yes, I wondered about
There's
that.
a wrong way. If you
Ooh,
grab it like
dangerous.
you would grab something
Yeah,
and the engine backfires,
Your arm is.
No, your
Oh.
thumb's back here by
Thumb
your
back
elbow.
there by your elbow.
So there's a proper
It's
grip.
very dangerous, yeah.
And this gentleman that I was buying mine from taught me that, I
Yeah,
think.
I've heard that's very dangerous. It can hold, how much, tell us about, how much gasoline can a Model T hold?
I'm guessing, trying to recall, 12, 13 gallons-ish.
And how much mileage would that get?
I don't think they cared. I really don't.
There was no place to go anywhere?
First
There was
thing
no place
is,
to go, it didn't make any
it
difference.
got them there
Yeah.
and back most of the time.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't the big thing. And the model, the gas tank was under the driver's seat. So there was probably a
Really?
port.
Well, that
Well,
sounds
when
real
I was
safe.
buying
Sounds
mine,
real safe.
when I bought my Model T, I was buying a running chassis. So he had to put a wooden box over the tank that had a little backrest.
Sounds safe.
In the hills of West Virginia. We held on, well, I held on to the firewall. My left foot's on the frame. My right foot's on the running board bracket. He had a steering wheel to hold on to. Oh, there wasn't that nut in the middle
Yeah,
that
I know what
holds
you
it
mean.
on.
Sounds like a death wish.
Well, yeah.
God. Oh my God. Okay, so we, okay, here's the last thing about that I wanna, how much did it cost a gallon? How much was gas a gallon?
Back then.
Yes.
When I was buying that, it was probably all the way up to 34 cents a gallon.
Gallon, uh-huh.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it was when that Model T was built.
Well, I don't know that I've ever.
I never thought about
Address
that. I
that
remember
one.
when gas was that cheap, but I don't know.
The cheapest I ever found was back in 68, 69.
Yeah,
There was, we had a gas war.
I remember that.
If you had 2 or 3 gas stations in the same intersection,
Mhm.
if somebody dropped their price,
Yeah.
and it was down to 19 cents
Oh
a
my
gallon.
gosh.
And I was going from Washington DC area down to Richmond, Virginia.
Uh-huh.
And I saw that 19 cents a gallon, even if I didn't need gas.
Sure, you
I
put
bought
it in,
it.
yeah.
And I
yeah.
wish I'd had,
I wish you had big
Jerry
tanks of it. I
cans.
wish you had big tanks of it still, that'd be good to have. Yeah,
But I
that's
didn't.
how we can make money.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
But
This
it was
is
fun.
fascinating. Oh, this is
it was
fascinating.
fun doing all those
Yeah.
wonderful things with cars. And like I said, I come in here on Saturdays and I see things I've never seen.
Good. I do
It
too.
just keeps happening.
We keep getting
And now we've got
donations.
this new airplane
Isn't
in
that
the
wonderful?
ceiling.
Fabulous, yeah. We're running out of space.
Well, I was looking at that, and over top where the ticket booth is for
Yes.
the train, there's still some space.
I know there's a few, you know my policy. Nothing, no space. I don't want any space. I don't want 1 square inch that's not covered with something interesting. So we're working
We're
towards that
on
goal.
it.
We're almost there. Almost there.
I'm looking up here.
Yeah, see,
room.
there's a lot of stuff
There's
around that,
room.
even in my own office is full
Well,
of
even
stuff.
as a child, when I built the plastic model planes,
Uh-huh,
I had them up in my ceiling.
really, yeah.
My
You know
dad
what, I
didn't
was thinking
appreciate
today,
it.
we don't have any in the front room here. I'm gonna start putting some
Oh,
planes.
there's
We need to
one.
have planes in the front room here, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so every square inch should be covered. So if you have anything that you think, a train, a car, an airplane, a bike, skateboard,
I used
roller
to
skates,
have-
we want it.
I used
Or
to
we think
have
we want it, let us know.
model antique automobile parts.
Oh, that's
I started
fascinating.
a headlight collection.
Wow, oh my gosh.
I had the typical electric headlights and down to the kerosene and the thing.
Where are they? Where's that collection?
Oh, I
Not
sold
here.
them.
Oh,
I
let's
was,
start it again.
I had there was a flea market we would go to in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Only 5,800 vendor spaces.
Oh my gosh, 5,800.
And I forgot how, I think it was 5 or 6 miles if you walk it.
Wow,
You've done.
wow, how fun.
And
How
I
fun.
always
That's what you bought.
bought
That's so
stuff
great.
there, sold stuff there,
Oh, how neat.
and it was just an exciting
Yeah.
educational thing.
Yes, absolutely.
There's history and then there's history. Well, history in the classroom is boring, but history when you're got your hands on it,
Yes, that's
you
right.
see, that's,
I agree.
You've
Every
got
day
it
better.
now.
Yeah, every day more fascinating, yeah.
so,
From the tools to all the technology
oh
to
yeah.
what our country has become, the world's become due to technology and
That's
transportation.
true.
Yeah. Don, I cannot thank you enough. You're a
Well,
wonderful
hey,
friend.
this is just
And
me.
you did this spur of the moment, and you weren't real excited to do it, but I hope you've had a fun time.
Oh, mercy, yes.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll get you again.
Motor
We'll get
mouth.
We'll get you for, well, good. That's what we want, and we'll get you for a presentation if that's okay.
What?
A presentation to a big group.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
If they want to learn about teas,
Okay, you're the one. Okay, well, they do want to, so I'm gonna book you. All
most
right.
people don't know how to even push a Model T.
I'm
If
sure
that
that's true.
clutch pedal is out, you're in high gear.
See, we don't know what you're talking about.
So you have to push it halfway down, pull the parking brake halfway up, and you can take your foot off and you can coast. Otherwise, you had to have a passenger to push it halfway down to
Okay.
push a Model T.
We're gonna get you on stage.
Oh, golly.
Oh, yes,
I've been on
Thank you.
stage once before.
once before. Okay, you're gonna be on second time.
This was,
This is
yeah,
wonderful.
a movie
Oh, the movie star.
with
Okay.
some young lady, Charlize Theron.
Oh, the truth comes out.
Yeah,
Okay,
she was in
movie
my
star.
movie, or was I in her? It's
I
in
don't know,
somewhere.
that's up to you.
It was fun.
It was
A
fun.
real another education thing.
I will bet, yeah.
Mercy.
You're wonderful. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you for coming to this.
I've had fun just doing
Good.
this
See,
too.
exactly. I'm gonna book you now. Thank you, Daniel, for the
Yes, thank you.
opportunity for the podcast. Wonderful. Thank you.
Is this where I get up and
This
leave?
is it. We're so happy. We've been working on Wheels Museum for 30 years, and we're coming now to the end of 2024, getting ready for 2025. A lot of exciting things are happening. We could never do it without people like you who watch us, without our volunteers, without people who come in and see us. We had some people in from Tahiti the other day. We're getting people from all over the world, but having you watch our podcast means so much to us, and we hope that you'll contribute to it in terms of thinking of ideas that we can talk about that you'd be interested in, or coming yourself and giving us a podcast. It's a lot of fun to come here and do this. We work with Daniel Archunde, who is a fabulous person. He does this at no charge to Wheels Museum, always smiling, always interested, so kind to us, and we're very, very grateful to him and his staff for doing this for the Wheels Museum, and to all of you who contribute to us. So stick with us. It's getting better and better all the time. Thank you.